Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. Our republic is coming along pretty nicely and I hope we can finally get into a bit of a profitable situation with our new oil refinery over there. Now, as we start our episode, just wanted to have a quick look at where our trash dumps or our ash dumps are standing. So we are at 326 tons over here. Well, almost 327. So we'll have another look at the end of the episode to see how much that is reducing over time. We see a bit of aluminum scrap in here as well, or aluminium, depending on where you're from. Obviously, we still have this issue with the power that we'll need to resolve somehow. I think I've switched it off for the time being. Yeah, it's switched off for the time being while we get our power from the border. And of course, there's plenty of stuff we need to do here. Over here, we have no drinking water, and so I believe our productivity is super low. But we are at least starting to see some fuel and bitumen being generated over here. Now, how are we going to get water in this location? So let's have a quick look at our options. If we go underground, we can potentially bring water through. Wow, it's going to be challenging. And then similarly, if we wanted to bring sewage out this way, it's going to be quite a challenge to make that happen, I think. So this is quite a distance, and we will need to pump multiple locations. We'll need more power in these locations to make it work. So I'm kind of wondering what the cost of, let's have a quick look. So what the cost of technical services, actually the water pickup and drop off facilities would be. Water treatment, no. Water loading and unloading, that's actually pretty reasonably priced. And then this one as well. So between the two of them, that's probably going to be a easier way for us to do. And ultimately, we will want a little bit of that working in our favor also. I mean, we want these kind of facilities available for other stuff that we may need water for in the future. So let's have a quick look. Where can we potentially squeeze it in? We can run something off of there. Where can we... we should be able to dump... okay, so let's do that. So if we have a quick look at the sewage station. Hang on. So we need it to be powered, and then we need it to... So we could, of course, do it somewhere over here. And we're out of luck with regards to another spot on this side. Yeah, so water cannot be collected in this location, not at the moment at least, unless we transition something. Let's have a quick look. So what is the quality of water that this needs? This needs 85%. So if I were to get its very own little small water well, and this is a comment that I've received, we can't actually get 85 in this very area here. We don't want to build it there. So if we were to build it where we can get power, yeah, that area is all kind of sorted. So we could potentially build a small water well somewhere over here, but I'm too worried that over time it's not going to work. So let's forget about that for the time being. So what we can certainly do is we can do the wastewater. I think... Ooh. I think we could do the wastewater over here. So don't build it just yet, and let's not do that. So if we were to say, put it in, we were to do something like this, I wonder if that'll work. Won't build it due to infrastructure in the way. Okay. Yeah, it's going to be a challenge. If we were to do something like that, let's just have a look. I'm not building it directly, am I? Okay, and then if we do this, try and do... Oh, that'll work. So that's actually going to be a fairly effective way of doing it. So we can then dump sewage over here. Yeah, I think that's probably okay. So we don't have it in the middle of our in the middle of our our little town area. Okay, so then we need a bit of a road connection. So if we, I just want to make sure we get a nice start off of there. Yeah, that's a good one. Okay, good. Now what I will do is let's go ahead and build all of that. It's not going to cost me that much to get that underway. So that's okay, and that kind of is a reasonable location for it. In terms of water, I don't think there's any other spots where we can grab water, right? Beyond maybe getting it somewhere over here. What are my other options? I've literally ran it all the way over there, so really that's not going to be a good option for us. We could run water... Actually, we could run water out somewhere over on this side. We could do that. That's okay. This thing is nice and full. Yeah, with all of these facilities here, it's probably a reasonable location to put it if we can have it powered here. Now, power here is becoming a bit of a problem, so we do need to kind of just bear that in mind a little bit. So let's get our water facility over there. On that side, we will... Yeah, it's probably better we do it on this side. So let me do... I don't want to mess up in this area here. So if I were to say just slot it in over here, yeah, it's going to be fine. Let's have a look. Can we do that? We can do that. That's okay. Yeah, let's just do this one. It's going to be fine. Let's do that. Get ourselves a bit of a road access to here. Here we go. And we'll just go ahead and build all of this stuff. There we go. So now that is sorted out. That means the next step for us is to buy some vehicles here. So we do need 2 vehicles. One is for water. Now, we want it pretty quick and pretty full. So I think this is kind of the water vehicle that I'm after. So if I go water cistern, that's going to give me the most... I think that's the one we need. So let's grab that one. And then at the same time, we also want a waste truck. Sorry, not a waste truck. A sewage cistern. I think, again, we're going to go with the larger variety. Interesting. Well, let's grab the larger variety there. Then what we'll need to do is you will get your water from this location. And you will dump your sewage... in this location over there, okay? Now, this guy is, in fact, able to provide these with water. So we'll do that for the time being. We might improve that situation over time, but hopefully that means that we're going to get water and sewage treatment and so on for those places quite quickly. Let's speed things up a little bit now that we've done that. I want to make sure we can have a look at exactly where are these. These guys are... I think this is the exports, right? So we haven't actually seen the exports start moving yet. This is the Mark, or what is this vehicle? Yeah, Mark E model. Yeah, so that's quite a nice big amount there. So if we can get this thing to be way more productive, we should start seeing a little bit of action here. Now it'll go up to 10%. So 10% of that is going to be. So that is going to be, 125 tons before it'll start exporting stuff. So we just need to get to that number as quickly as we can. Hopefully we can get way more workers out there. This is all happening. Now, what's happening with regards to our research? I think we're probably not doing anything. Yeah, that's right. So advertisement campaigns for people to come over here. Yes, absolutely. Air traffic study, education. Let's go with the education for the most loyal citizens at this point in time. I was thinking about a bit of a tourism facility, so we'll come back to that. Now we've got the geology map. Okay, let's have a look at our research. What's production? You see has stopped. The incinerated power plant. Yeah, we need to fix that problem, to be honest. Okay, so next thing we can do is fatigue of steel materials. Oh, and then we can start going up to some fancier things over here. Study about steel materials and its fatigue. This is a basic step for projection, further advanced engineering such as production lines or cableways. Engineering such as production lines. Oh, it's these. Yeah, okay. Pipeline pressure. Ooh. Okay. OPEC. Ooh, that's interesting. There's some interesting stuff that we still need to get researched. Basic pollution study is something that I'm interested in. Now, forest study, discipline about forest and its management. Maybe I should do that so that we can manage that location over here. I don't need bauxite at the moment. That's okay. These things we do want to do over time. Faculty of Nuclear Sciences. Yeah, that would be pretty cool to have as well. Is that uranium? Where is the uranium study? Bauxite, uranium separation, uranium mining. Okay, here we go. And then, study of renewables, energy sources, definitely. And we also need to start looking at metal scraps and the likes of that. What is this? Gas power? Well, we've got access to that. So that is something where we could maybe get our own power from. So maybe that's something we should be researching. And then fertilizing is something we'll have a look at as well. Television study, not super important straight away, I would say. Yeah, okay. So I think gas power plant is of interest. Some of these recyclings is of interest as well. And maybe then also the... phone tapping. But maybe also the forest study. Yeah, maybe we'll do that one. Let's get the forest study underway. It's going to be a pretty quick one, I think. So let's get the forest study underway. Ramp it up and try and get that studied fairly quickly. Now, I did see in the update, the latest report, that people can now walk pretty far. Or I'm not sure that has been updated yet. Oh, yeah, there we go. People are actually able to get to places a little bit further away now. Not so much here yet. We had someone struggling for access to some of these things. Garbage overfilled. So we need to have a bit of a look at that. Yeah, they can get there, right? These guys, where can they get to? What are they missing out on? Seems to be okay. No one lives here, though. Okay, anyway, that's fine. Our population is growing, I believe. Let's have a quick look at that. Population... So if we just look all time, our population is growing. It's definitely growing. And if we look at this, yeah, people are getting the level of education is being sorted out. That one is a little bit more interesting. Very slow progress on school going. So do we have a challenge where not everybody can visit the school? No, it seems to be pretty good. Got a traffic jam somewhere. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, I also saw that they're going to put in some like boom gates for buildings, so that will actually work. Now, are we doing a lot better now with our production? It is moving a lot quicker now. How's our water look like over here? Reasonable water. Sewage is filling, but I think we're in a reasonable spot. If we don't get too much of that happening, we should be in a good spot, I think, in terms of, yeah, if we don't have too much vehicle, I mean kind of facilities served by the vehicles in terms of water and sewage, we should be okay with just like one or two buildings that has that issue here. Sewage is filling. See, this is a bit too big maybe, so we might do a sewage tank or something of that nature. How's this going? This should be... Yeah, we're struggling with getting our resources out here. How many people do we have? We need more people. Okay, everybody still has what they need, right? Yeah, happiness is going up. Low government loyalty in a few locations. Then people are complaining about lack of churches, enjoying culture and unable to practice sports. Very few people have those issues. But for the most part, at least, it looks like it is. It's reasonable. People are doing their thing. Oh, research program is finished. Let's do that. Let's move on to the next one, including the wood. So the wood cutting planting policy. It's important to think about the nature and forest. This research will introduce strict policy for wood cutting officers. 1 tree down will mean 1 tree planted. So let's do that, get that underway, and then hopefully that means that this facility that we have over here that's got all of this wood available will then slowly start to replant some trees as it goes. Now, what we can do as a next step here, so we can do our own boards through building a sawmill. So let's grab a sawmill. Right, a sawmill should be pretty reasonably priced, at least. If we were to say that, what's the cost of a sawmill? 22,000. Anyway, a sawmill here. What's our storage space in there? 50 tons of boards. Alternatively, we could connect it up directly over here, can we? So if we were to do this, right? Let's just place it there. I'm not auto building it. If we were to do that, can we get it connected? And then it's immediately got its, come on, you want to. Oh, actually, I think the road is blocking it. That's not good. Yeah, so I don't think that's going to work then. So let's cancel it over here. And we'll just get some vehicles to move it. Could we do it on this side? Let's have a quick look. If we were to place it here, well, people will easily be able to walk there. And we'll already have this area here for, oh, this won't be powered. Yeah, okay, then we're not going to do that. Then we'd rather do it in here. I don't think anything else will actually go in here. Oh, and we do need the water and the sewage. So I'm just going to place it in the air. And we're just gonna move a truck around, to be honest. That's just what's gonna happen. So let's build that. And at the same time, we can also do... Let's do that. There we go. So we'll have a little path for people to go there. Now we've got people working here. We can definitely drop that down to almost nothing, right? Like 5 people max. And what we'll need to say is now we will need to distribute some wood over here. I think what I'll do for the time being, because we've got these vehicles available, I pause it when I work with this. I'm just going to say you guys can come over here and load up on this until it's empty, to be honest, and you can come and drop it off over here until it's like at 90. Is that going to be... Yeah, that's going to be okay. So let's do that. So they should now jump out and go and do that for us. We should have reasonable fuel levels. Oh yes, I could have a look at what our fuel stocks look like in terms of resources and fuel. So there we've got fuel moving around. So if we have a look, fuel is available in a number of different locations. So that's good. That's not a fuel station. So we've got lots and lots of fuel available all over. And we've got some fuel over there. And we've got some fuel over in that location. So that's good. That's good. So fuel is becoming more readily available. We did finish a research study over here. So let's move on and do, what does wiretapping do for us? We're listening, research phone monitoring technologies to get known better who is loyal party members. Yeah, we'll get to that. Let's get the gas power plant moving, because I think that can be useful to us. That could be our next step. Now, so maybe we're obviously, these things are, this guy's okay. Hang on. What's going on with our... So we should... Hang on, we should have vehicles. Let's just have a look here. This is almost full, but we've got some extra room there, so that should be fine. So what is going on? We have vehicles that's running here, right? This guy. It's not unloading because of the situation that we've got here. So what we can do is we can switch it on a little bit. This is slowly going down. I've done like 5 tons up to now. So we could... Yeah, so this is filling up. So let's leave that be. So they're driving. It's not ideal. But let's leave that be for a while. Let's just see if we can't get a little bit of money to come in. Foreign manpower has been used. This is growing. This is growing. Oh, this is growing nicely. I need more people here. So if I'll need to get another bus, right? And we need more people here also, right? Stop production. I know this thing. Yeah. The same one. We are all of this stuff. How many people here? Yeah, not enough people in this location. I'm tempted to bring in some more people. These are all full. Okay, let's start planning out the next area here. I've kind of been meaning to do that for quite a while. So if we look at the next area over here, now this is our shopping center. And then what we could do around that shopping center, I was thinking, do we replicate? Do we put another, do we maybe put a park on this side? So I thought that might be pretty good if we were to put a park on the other side, because we ultimately want to make it look nice too, right? So if we were to say, I'm going to do this, okay, we'll do that. Bit of an asphalt road, and we'll do, maybe we'll do it a little narrower on this side instead. Okay, so we'll do something like that. It's fairly reasonable. We'll do something like that, and then what we'll do is we'll upgrade that little section there. And what we'll do is we'll just get all of that done, and we'll do that. And now we've got this little area where we can actually make nice little meandering pathways through it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do... If we were to do a few things like this, right? So stuff like that. I want to do a few little pathways out like that. So if we're going to do one on this side, I'm going to try and make it look reasonably nice. Yeah, and we don't want it very very indirect, because it'll end up costing us. Kind of removing a few trees over here and there. That's okay. Let's just do that. That's going to look pretty reasonable. I would like to add as some kind of a... Yeah, I think this is pretty good, actually. Let's do one there. And on the other side, we'll do a Lenin statue there. Excellent. So that will be okay. Going to pay for that. Hopefully it's not too pricey to do that. Now this is just going to be a bit of a central park. That area is going to be paved. This area is going to be a park. And now we'll see about what we can get in this general area. So what we will need to do is we'll need to get our basic citizens facilities in here as well. So we've got a food, we've got a shopping center, right? So shop, let's just see. So this one will tie in over there. If we wanted to, yeah, I didn't quite think that through. So if we wanted to provide it with a bit of a, where is it? A bit of a warehouse. Now we're screwed. I can take this out though. Okay, let's leave it there for now. I don't think that's going to be super necessary just yet. So let's do that. If it's necessary, I'll add a little bit more to it. But let's do that for the time being. Now, some other citizens' facilities would be, we need, probably need another hospital in this area. So if we do a small clinic. Is that the one we had on the other side? No, this is a big clinic. Yeah, we'll definitely need to do something. I think a small clinic will be fine on this side. Let's just do a small clinic on this side. And I'm pretty keen on just kind of getting it. Something like that. So let's place it there. We'll need a school. I'm just going to go with the smaller stuff for the time being here. I don't think we need major school infrastructure here. Let's get one there. I think there should still be power here. Yeah, power might be the next big thing we need to have a look at. Our exports is just not holding up, right? What's going on? Let's just have a look. Is this guy actually producing? Yeah, actually pretty reasonably well. We are not producing sufficient fabric, so let's go like, yeah, that should be fine. 50 to 80, yeah, that should be fine. So let's do that, get more fabric going. Yeah, we're out of fabric, so that's the big deal. So we'll sort that out. Hopefully we'll export some more stuff. This is looking good, that's looking fine. Hopefully we're exporting enough of that. Let's have a quick look. What are we actually exporting? So last month, pause it for a second while I have a look. What's going on with this stuff as well? I'll come back for that now. So if we go to exports for last month, yeah, good. No, it's reasonable. Wanted to do a bit more, but it's reasonable. So if we go for exports for this month, we've had a bitumen export and a fuel export. Oh, it's getting there. It's getting there. We haven't seen any clothing out this month yet, but I think this is going to start looking pretty good for us. We should still have food and clothing, and everything should be fine internally. Meat is another big one that we can maybe make a start on. Okay, so that's okay. I know what this is. Yeah, it's the same one over and over again. And there was a traffic jam somewhere, so let's just double check the traffic jam. I know it's probably the same one here. That's okay. This is this is practically filled up. Research program has finished. Good. Okay, let's quickly have a look at that. Let's quickly have a look at our research program. So now let's do the Western visa thing. Slowly get through that. This is underway. It's good. What other facilities do we need? I think we are covered by police, and we will be covered by the firefighters, so we don't need extra support here. We will need a university, maybe. A school is fine for now. I'm not going to do orphanages. We need a kindergarten, definitely. Maybe a slightly bigger one, I think, and maybe across the road here is a good spot. Okay, so I'm going to pop it in there. So that's a bit of a kindergarten in that location. We'll see about, yeah, we should be able to put some stuff in here. Any other bits and pieces that we need? I don't think so. Oh, yes. That's the other thing we need is something culture related. Oh, and like an indoor pool or something. Outdoor swimming pool. No, I don't want that. Oh, well, actually, we can do an outdoor swimming pool. Actually, and next to the park here, would actually be a pretty good spot. Okay, so we'll have a swimming pool over there, and that should be okay. And then we need something culture related. So if we go back here, culture, here we go. A palace of communism, public theaters, a cinema. Library, a house of marquee. I do like smaller things on this side, actually. A main library, which is pretty big. These things are pretty big too. Republic Theatre. Yeah, all very big stuff though. Museum of the Republic. That might be okay one. If we were to say Museum of the Republic, we don't have any of that on this side. So yeah, actually, if we do a Museum of the Republic right up on this piece here, I like that. So let's do that one. Okay, so that's a Museum of the Republic over there. Oh, here we go. There we go. Look at that money. Look at that money. End of May, I'm going to have a look at what this is going to look like. Before we start building all of this, I'm going to see end of May what our exports look like. And that should hopefully get us there a little quicker. Somebody might start constructing this, to be honest. So we'll see. There we go. Research program is done. So now our gas power is done. If we then have a look at what's next. Certainly nuclear sciences, renewables might be good. Fertilizing. That's something. Let's go with the basic pollution study. I'm keen to see what that kind of looks like for us. Do that. Get that done a little quicker. Now, let's get some housing sorted out in this area. Now, I'm pretty keen on maybe doing a lot of the similarly sized ones. Actually, that's pretty good. That's not good quality enough. Let's look at this one. Oh, I like that. If we do one there, spin it around and do another one over here, that should be pretty good. And then we can have that little pathway come through the middle. I think that's going to be just fine. If we were to do that, that doesn't actually want to do. There we go. I like that. Go straight down that way and tie it in like so. Perfect. There we go. So that's a good little spot. So that'll give us a few extra people here. We should be able to get people to walk all the way over here to come to the bus stop. That would be the plan. Let's quickly see what this is looking like. Oh, there's a fire somewhere. Big clinic. Yeah, that should be fine. That should be fine. Let's come back over here. So this is moving along reasonably. We can obviously up our production big time. Ooh, stuff is being exported. Stuff is being exported at quite a pace now. This is starting to look really good. That's starting to look really good. And then the question is, are we actually going to be able to do maybe a gas-fired power plant in this area? Might be something we could do. Oh, you know what we don't have? Oh, we do have the pickup for it. But what we can do here is actually provide a little pickup point for these guys. Yeah. So they don't have to directly go out there. Let's place that one in here. Well, it doesn't actually matter. We can just build it and get it done with. Let's get that built, so at least that'll work. What does this actually generate? It does generate hazardous waste. So let's make sure to get 1, 2, 3 containers of hazardous waste ready to go. At what rate? Does it say at what rate it generates it? I'm assuming it should, right? Let's have a quick look. If we go to this refinery, it generates... No, it doesn't actually... Does it say? Maxed wattage, max daily water consumption. Doesn't actually say. Environmental pollution, yes. Garbage production per worker. Ah, there we go. That's what it is. But it doesn't show you the ratio at which that is happening. Okay, that's interesting. So I do wonder if there's a better way of doing it. But at least now that's set up. So what we can do, of course... Yeah, this takes so many workers, to be honest. So many workers. I want to drop that down a bit more and get more of the workers to actually come here. So we can make, well, to be honest, probably buy a couple extra vehicles here. Oh, no. Oh, yes, that's right. That's right. All I need to do is just change their colors. So come down here, just get my colors right. What would I do? Well, I was running the red and, yeah, that's the one. There we go. Nice. Get out of there, guys. Go and do your exports. I like that. I can even do more, I think. One more. Well, we only have the one more. Let's get that one, and let's just get it the right color scheme here. Perfect. Okay, at least I think that's going to really pump up our money there. I think that's going to make a massive difference to what we've got going on. Perfect. End of the month. Okay, let's quickly have a look at our last month's income. Look at that. 40,000 in clothing, 20,000 in bitumen, and 12,000 in fuel, and then food and alcohol. It's minor amounts compared to what we've got running there. That is beautiful. I love seeing that. I love seeing that. Okay, now what we can do now is up our workers here. So what I thought I'll do is let's make a start with. We need to get a few more. Get a few more path connections going on. So certainly what we want to do is run a path straight through there. Can we tie it in somewhere? So we'll do a few of these things. I want to make sure that we're running paths all the way through, right? So something like that really is what I'm after here. We'll tie that one in there, and actually I'd rather tie it in here. Then what we can do is we can also run path through there and through there, so that should all be okay. And then we'll see about maybe something like this. Come on, yes, there we go. And same time we'll go up that way. Tie that one in there. So stuff like that. Just make sure we've got multiple paths everywhere. This one can't actually do that, so this is going to have to do something like that instead. And we'll do that. Oh, this is actually under construction. Oh, beautiful. Okay, so let's go ahead and build all of this. Right, so we'll get that up and running. This is the outdoor pool, which we do need to tie in. Now, this one needs to get some stuff delivered here. So let's make sure it gets more food than anything else. Yeah, that looks about right. Now, what we need to do is go to our local, to this guy. That's imports. This isn't doing anything. That's imports. Okay, so this is our local. So let's get our local to come and make sure you deliver some stuff for us over here. Yeah, up to the 90% mark should be okay. This guy, what are we missing? The piece that we're missing. Luckily I've kind of just figured that the piece that we're missing. So let's quickly tie these up together. Do that, and that should be fine. That's connected. Now, what we will need to do is get some garbage collection facilities going. So say we do this, right? That's okay. We'll get that one over there. This actually works pretty nicely over here. Good stuff. And then we'll get another kind of located maybe somewhere like that. Perfect. Okay. Let's get cracking. And this guy needs to have a couple of hazardous waste and a couple of biologicals. Similarly, this one needs some biologicals. And this one would need some biologicals. Not plastic. Biologicals. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. We do want to also tie up on this side. Make sure that that's all and well connected. Get that going. And once this has got its first deliveries in place, we'll move on from there. What I can do in the meantime is do a little bit of work here and there to get them all kind of connected up, and then we'll get that built, and hopefully we should be able to. Actually, you won't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to just use this fancy path here, run it straight down there, and say do this, do that, and build it. Okay, so now these guys should have good access to this side, and at the same time what I'll do is I'll do a bit of that. There we go. So now walkability here should be really good, actually. No, the bus platform can walk all the way 450 meters all the way over there, so everybody can get to the bus platform. I like that. That's really good. That is really good. So now this thing should have everything it needs. Not quite. Still waiting on a few more things to be delivered over here. Food, electronics. Oh, that's not a lot of electronics, is it? Happy to see this happening. Oh, you know what are we missing? We ended up never moving these things over, right? So this guy now also needs to say it can, in fact, at the sawmill, collect that. Needs to unload there. And yeah, there we go. And now it can actually run. And then what we'll do is we'll no longer go to the customs house for boards. So now what you'll do is you'll move your boards over here. Good. Good. So now we're probably needing less people here. So let's drop that down to like 2 people. And that's going to be fine for us. What does this look like? 315. This is almost full. We've got a lot of hazardous waste ready to go here. Okay, I may switch this one on, and that might see us running into some blackouts. But let's go ahead and switch this on, and so just burn through a few things there. But yeah, I don't think we need to import stuff anymore. What is those imports looking like? Where did those imports come from? Oh, it must be... Yeah, it's the construction. It's the construction. We're going to be fine. How does this look? Still no food here. Is that the food delivery? Thank goodness the food delivery is here. Good. Now what we can do is I will, at the starting point, just drop the number of people that works there. And, oh, that's actually pretty good. We can actually give them a bit of an ambulance. Let's go ahead and... Which ones are we using, though? Which ambulances are over here? It's a little bluish one, is it? Okay, do we have a... Let's buy an ambulance. It's this one. There we go. Good. Okay, fine. Let's welcome some people to join this area for us. The school is ready and all of that stuff. Okay, so let's go ahead and build these items. We're actually going pretty well over here, to be honest. So and they're actually building this stuff ourselves. But I'd rather, well, to be honest, we don't need to use the foreign manpower. It is building itself. We've got a lot of stuff already in there. The rest of this stuff is slowly getting built. Yeah, the less foreign manpower we need, the better, because we have all of these facilities in place. So let's just start using that in a little bit more reasonable fashion. I'm sure we're going to start seeing lots of stuff arrive here. That's just a little bit of steel, is it? Good. Now what's going on here? That's looking very good. We should be consistently exporting now. So I'm quite happy with that. Let's have a look at what our loan situation is looking like at the moment. So maximum amount we can borrow is pretty low. And what we owe is currently still pretty high. So we won't be able to sort that out. And our interest is pretty high as well at the moment. But maybe what we could do... We can definitely take one of them out, but I don't think it's worth our while just yet. So let's just continue this journey. These guys are distributing stuff as quickly as they can, really. Okay, now we have a gas... Actually, let's just quickly check our research before we have a look at the gas power piece. Research over here is underway. Research over here has stopped. So now we can do a pollution detector. Pollution filters could also be useful, but we could also start looking at further recyclings. So, or we can do chemistry, engineering, chemistry. Let's do chemistry. See about getting a chemistry study going on. What's happening over here? We haven't seen any further blackouts, did we? Ooh, we did. What's going on here? So, lots of people starving. Okay, so why is that? Unable to get food. I don't see food as a big issue here. Okay, well, hang on. Let's just have a look. What's going on with her power? I didn't see any power messages. So maybe our power system is now working. Right, this thing is constantly burning stuff now. So we just haven't run out yet. So that's probably what's happening. So why are we seeing people starving? It's definitely a starving issue. Wow, why? Unable to get food? You should really not be running out of food, right? Okay, so local distribution needs a little bit more help, I think. Oh, that's just a covered hole. So that's import, sorry. Local distribution, that's a refrigerator truck, right? Okay, we do need an extra and a sizable vehicle as well to move some food around, I think. If we look at total capacity, if we have a look at, yeah, let's just get one of those. Show all covered holes. This is all of our covered holes, really. And let's just go by capacity. There we go. That's the one. Just going to grab another one of those. They should be able to move. And then we can do another local, maybe, if we need more vehicles to do its thing. Jeez, look at that. So if we have a look at the month of June now, so the month of June didn't work out well for us in terms of, so those imports were, yeah, steel. Yeah, really that's the issue. Steel more so than anything else. Steel. So during construction, our steel just becomes a bit of a mess. Well, it costs us a lot of money. This is work going along nicely. So at least we're not using any foreign manpower here. How's our populations looking like over here? Slowly filling these areas in. People should now be have less issues with food, and certainly food is available on this side. Yeah, we may have to do a little something over here in our park situation. Now we've got an electricity problem. Pause the game, and I think what we'll find is this guy is on empty. So I'm going to just switch that off. So no one's going to come and use this anymore. That's fine. We've stopped the production. So that seems to be the case there. So we've had our electricity glitch there, but I think that's quick. So we're micromanaging it a little bit. Now that we've got these things kind of underway, the next big piece for us is I think power, right? So this goes any direction, right? So what we can do is I can just bring in, even here, I can just do another power plant. Yeah, so if we have a look at a gas power plant, right? Not that I think that's the ideal thing to do, but let's just have a look. What will a gas power plant actually do for us? So if we say gas power plant, it's going to be a pretty pricey build. Actually. So if we were to say like something like this, right? I think we should be able to quite comfortably do this. We'll have people work here and so on, and then we can actually just loop that power in there. So if we were to do this, right, we should be able to just put a pipe through here and bring in some. So I think this is a pretty good deal for us, and we'll have some workers out over here as well. How many workers does this thing take? Only 15 workers? Absolutely, that would be phenomenally good. So let's. I'm not going to start construction on it. But if I were to just kind of squeeze that in here, right, and then we'll see about getting actually some better water and stuff here. So let's have a look at that. So a water substation, please. Do I not have? I thought I had. Anyway, we'll need one of these. So I think that's the one. And then the other one is a water substation. And what I'll do is I'll flip it around just in case we need to do that in the future. And that should help as well. Yeah, so let's do that. We'll get these two going. I'm not pausing. Get these two going. And so instead of us having to deal with a lot of stuff, so now at least water will be delivered over here instead, because that's going to be the case. We will need to bring piping around this way. And then we can just connect the power up on this side. And what we'll need to do is we'll need to flip this thing around, right? Yeah, so this thing is we're going to have a look at what we do in this area. And we can then constantly run it as an export. So I think that's really something I'm keen on doing, is getting that up and running. So what will that cost us? If I were to say, grab this and come in here and say, where is it? Power. Gas power station, 200,000. So let's pause it, suspend the construction for now, and we'll see about getting that sorted. Got oil ready to go here. Yeah, so we will need to expand this stuff, but I think let's just get a little bit more money going. We did almost 100,000 in exports in the last month, so that's really good. So I think that's going to get us in a good spot. Now, we're way too far, I think, from the kind of western border, or the NATO border, or the west on this side, so that if we were to bring in tourists, I think that might be a little bit problematic. So probably we'll look at exporting something else instead to the west, which we can do now. We don't need those buildings just yet, so that's okay. These will have some workers get. Nothing to repair at the moment. Stuff. Yeah, so I think our vehicles are holding up nicely. Basic start. Let me drop that a little bit just in case. Cool. There we go. That's good. And I do still want to keep this open for like the rail. Love to see way more workers out here, but we are seeing plenty actually. Excellent. So this is that's just to a oil ski worker. So where did the other one go? Oh, here it comes. Here's this one. What does this guy do? Oh, it's construction work. Oh, man. Too many buses. Not enough people. Yeah, too few. Okay, construction has stopped over there, which is fine. I'm happy with that. Oh, yeah, the hazardous waste kept coming in. But once this is up a little bit more, we'll go again. I think I can stop importing the hazardous waste, to be honest. How's this looking? Yeah, this is looking pretty good. I think if we continue to plan some areas out a little bit, and then come back over time, I think we will hold our money. We will hold our money. Research has finished. Excellent. That's good. Let's keep going on the research is really what I'm saying. The next one that we could have a look at really is plastics, pollution detector. Let's get a pollution detector so that we can at least do a little bit of that kind of work if we wanted to. I can up this, right? Yeah, let's up that and get that done a little quicker. We've got more prisoners now. Okay, so we probably have more prisoners than they can work here. And so the question is, do we send some prisoners elsewhere to work anywhere else? I don't know. What kind of workers do they have here? It's a bit of a mix. I don't think we need educated workers here. Yeah, well, keep an eye on it. This is still doing its thing. And so slowly government loyalty should be creeping up. Oh, 44%. Guys, I'm loving it. Okay, I think I will kind of call the episode there. I think we made a lot of progress. Things are looking up. People are quite happy. Every now and again, something goes wrong. We are dealing with crimes fairly okay. So 9 unexamined criminal cases last year. Okay. Do we have areas where that is happening? We have a police station over here, right? We don't need all of these people to work here, though, right? Can we drop that down? Let's drop that down and get more people to work in these buildings. Yes, that's looking good. Excellent. Oh, look at our exports. Go one more time. Have a look at what's happening with our exports. Fuel. Look at those fuel exports, clothing exports, bitumen exports. I love it. I think that was a really good move. And I think now we're going to get ourselves to a sustainable position. Yeah, I think we're holding it pretty nicely. This is kind of holding, that's kind of holding in the same spots, and we're constantly exporting with the amount of workers we got there. I think we're in a pretty reasonable spot. If we were to get more workers in here, we won't be able to export more. They will just fill up. So I think we're actually quite good with this stuff, and we shouldn't be importing too much either. Oh, look at that. Look at that. We're probably going to get up to the 100k in exports fairly soon. So in terms of imports, what's coming in? Some steel because we're constructing stuff. And the next thing is chemicals and food. And those numbers are very, very, very manageable. Very manageable. And I can really maybe make a stop on this hazardous waste import. I think that's a bit of a one that we're now managing that. But I'll leave that for like the next episode. Yeah, there we go. One more thing. While we have it, let's quickly make this park look a little bit nicer. I'm going to keep it in as a park here, really. For the time being, at least. So if I were to maybe put a spruce in there, maybe another spruce. Why is it? Oh, there we go. There's one there. We'll get a few bushes in here as well. And give me one or two more trees. Maybe not a pine, maybe like an acacia. Something over there. Okay, let's leave it like that. That's kind of going to be okay. These are building themselves, so that's good. I like that. We don't need them straight away. These are still slowly filling up. So our population is coming in. Obviously, we can look at importing a few more people. Let's spend a little bit on foreign manpower. Our exports is brilliant. Look at those exports run. Look at those exports run. Oh, I probably won't get to the 100k mark, but starting to look pretty reasonable. A 50k profit. Let's just get to the end of this month. So we'll have a quick look at what's going on with our finances. But I think now we're stable. Look at that. Yeah, that's good. That is really good. 35,000 rubles. I like it. End of the month, almost the end of the month. What else is happening here? So our construction is underway quite nicely. Our park is going to look pretty nice in the center of town over here, and it's just opposite that side. So I think that's pretty cool, and we can still add more buildings over here. But this expansion here should at least stand us in good stead. Excellent, and everything else seems to be holding. People are pretty happy. Very little in terms of unhappiness. People are pretty healthy. Okay, that's the end of the month. Let's have a look at last month's finances. So in terms of exports, oh, bitumen, beautiful bitumen exports there. That is enormous. Clothing doing well, fuel doing well as well. That's good. So it's about 50,000 between the bitumen and the fuel, and I think that can up a fair bit more as well. But I think for the time being, that's good. Food and alcohol just steady, and then clothing is also another good export product for us. But I think altogether, that's pretty good. Now we can start looking at, if we go and look at our imports. So our big ticket items is steel. Steel would be an interesting one for us to have a look at. Chemicals is a very complex one, so I'm not sure that's an early industry for us. It might start looking at meat. Yeah, so really, electronics needs plastics and things. There's a lot of stuff that we need to do on this side. that is a major investment to get there. So I think I'm just going to slow things down a little bit. If anything, I think we're going to focus on maybe sorting out power. Why am I still importing food? Something is funny with the food imports. So you should really only bring in food. Okay, let's have a quick look. So you can bring in food, right? That's plastics. Come on. It's going to drop it off over there when it's less than 20%. So that's basically getting that in. So what's happening with our local distribution? Right? Area distribution. Oh, we don't have enough vehicles. That's the issue. My goodness. It's doing a lot of work here, and it's just not enough vehicles. My goodness. Let's buy some vehicles. That's our issue. So we would like a covered hole. Get a couple of these going. Let's just do that. That should move things through fairly quickly because we really don't need it. This thing is full. What are our vehicles here look like? Can we buy bigger haul vehicles, not refrigerators? So that's going to haul 8.4 tons of food as opposed to this guy doing 6.5. I'm not sure that's necessarily worth our while. So anyway, if anything, we can start using some other ones, some other distribution offices and do more exports maybe. Let's start on. What are we doing? Let's do the engineering one. Let's do the engineering. So if maybe we can do mechanical components. Yeah, absolutely. Let's do that. That's actually not a bad one. Because hopefully, even importing steel, that might end up being quite a profitable business for us, I think. So anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed it, please hit that like button. Leave your comments down below if you have some around what our situation looks like at the moment. And yeah, I will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.